Hey there, family money managers. Adia here from Money Talks with Adia, and let me tell you, I am so excited for today's video. We're diving deep into a topic that could completely change your family's relationship with money. The difference between being frugal and, let's be honest, being cheap. Because here's the thing, we all want to save money, but are you doing it in a way that actually sets your family up for success? By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot the difference between frugal and cheap choices. And trust me, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's get started. Let's imagine two families, the Thompsons and the Wilsons, both on a mission to stretch their dollars further. Picture this. The Thompsons love a good deal. They're clipping coupons, planning their meals around what's on sale, and buying quality items when they find them at a discount. They're strategic, they're organized. They're all about that savvy shopper life. Now the Wilsons, they're all about avoiding spending like at all costs. The cheapest option is always the best option, even if it means sacrificing quality or skipping out on important maintenance. Sound familiar? I know we've all been there at some point, but here's the million-dollar question. At the end of the year, which family actually ends up saving more? Now, you might think it's the Wilsons, right? But hold on tight, because the answer might just surprise you. Alright, let's break down the key differences between a frugal mindset and a cheap one. Because it's not just about how much you're spending, it's about how you're thinking about your money. Frugal families, they're all about value. They ask themselves, is this the best use of our money right now? They're playing the long game, making smart choices today that will pay off in the future. They understand that sometimes spending a little more upfront on something high quality can actually save them money in the long run. Now, cheap behavior, it tends to focus solely on that price tag. The lower the better. It's about that instant gratification that I saved money today feeling, even if it ends up costing them more tomorrow. And let me tell you, I've seen it happen time and time again. Those amazing deals turning into buyer's remorse. And you know what? The numbers don't lie. Studies have shown that a whopping 64% of Americans admit to regretting purchases they made solely because of the low price. Why? Because that cheap mindset often leads to poor quality, things breaking down sooner, and ultimately having to spend even more money to replace them. So, are you starting to see the difference? Being frugal is about being intentional with your money. It's about planning ahead, thinking long term, and making choices that align with your family's values. Okay, let's bring this to life with an example that I know resonates with a lot of families. Buying a car. It's a big purchase, and it's easy to get caught in the trap of thinking short term. Let's say the Wilsons are a cheap-minded family. They find what seems like an amazing deal. A used car for only $5,000. They're thrilled, thinking they just hit the jackpot. But here's where things take a turn. They start skipping maintenance to avoid spending any more money. Oil changes? Nah. New tires will make these last. And guess what happens? The car starts having problems. Before they know it, they're hit with expensive repairs year after year. Now, let's look at the Thompsons. They take their time, do their research, and decide to invest in a reliable used car for $15,000. It's a bigger upfront cost, Yes, but they understand that investing in quality can save them money down the road. They're not skipping those oil changes. They're staying on top of maintenance. And guess what? Their car runs smoothly for years, with only minor repairs here and there. Let's do the math. Over 5 years, the Wilsons end up spending a total of $17,500 on their cheap car. That's $5,000 for the car itself, plus $2,500 per year on those frequent repairs. The Thompsons, on the other hand, spend $19,000 over those same 5 years. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Adia, the Wilsons still spent less. And yes, they did in the short term. But here's the thing, the Thompsons, they got peace of mind. They got reliability. They got a car that's safe for their family. And when it's time to buy a new car, they're likely to get a much better resale value for their well-maintained vehicle. That's the power of thinking long-term, my friends. Okay, so how can you become a master of frugality and ditch those cheap habits for good? Let's talk about some practical tips that you can start implementing today. Tip number 1, the 24-hour rule. This one is a game changer. Before you make any non-essential purchase over $50, give yourself a 24-hour cooling off period. Step away, give yourself some time to really think about it. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Is this the best use of our money right now? You might be surprised how many times you end up realizing you didn't really need it after all. Tip number 2, value assessment. Don't just look at the price tag. Consider the cost per use. Let's say you're buying a new coffee maker. A $20 coffee maker might seem like a steal, but if it only lasts you 6 months, that's not a very good value. Take a little extra time to read reviews, research quality ratings, and compare the long-term costs. Remember, sometimes spending a little more upfront can save you money in the long run. Tip number 3, strategic spending. This is where you get to be intentional with your money. Prioritize spending on quality items that you use frequently. Those are the things that are worth investing in. Look for sales and discounts on essential items, but don't be afraid to spend a little more on the things that truly matter to your family, whether that's healthy food, memorable experiences, or investing in your children's education. Did you know that children form most of their money habits by the age of 7? That's right, 7. So if you want your kids to grow up with a healthy relationship with money, it's crucial to start teaching them about frugality early on. And the best way to do that by being a good role model. Let them see you comparison shopping, explain the difference between quality and price. Involve them in age-appropriate financial decisions. For example, if you're at the grocery store, you could say something like, "We need to buy milk, but we also want to get some fruit. Should we get the more expensive brand of milk this week so we have enough money for strawberries?" And here's the key. Make it fun. Turn saving money into a game. Create a family savings challenge where everyone contributes to a shared goal, like a family vacation or a new game night basket. Reward smart choices and encourage open discussions about money. Remember, the goal isn't to make your kids obsessed with money or afraid to spend it. It's about empowering them to make informed decisions and understand the value of a dollar. So, how can you tell if you're truly embracing frugality? or slipping into cheap habits, here are some signs that you're on the right track. You take your time to research big purchases, reading reviews and comparing prices to make sure you're getting the best value. You understand the importance of maintaining what you own, from your car to your home to your belongings. You prioritize spending on things that truly matter to you and your family, whether that's travel, experiences, or investing in your health. And most importantly, your financial choices bring you peace of mind, not stress or anxiety. On the flip side, here are some red flags that you might be stuck in a cheap mindset. You always buy the absolute cheapest option, regardless of quality or long-term costs. You avoid necessary maintenance or repairs to save money in the short term, even if it ends up costing you more down the road. You miss out on important experiences or opportunities because you're too focused on saving every penny, and you feel anxious or guilty whenever you spend money, even on essential items. Remember, frugality is about making mindful choices that align with your values. It's about finding joy in saving money and spending wisely, not depriving yourself or your family. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Being frugal isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart, intentional, and making choices that set your family up for long-term financial success. Being frugal means teaching your children the value of $1 and empowering them to make wise financial decisions. It means having the freedom to enjoy life's experiences without breaking the bank. It means having peace of mind knowing that you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. So, I challenge you to embrace frugality in your own life. Start small, implement those practical tips we talked about, and watch how quickly those small changes can add up to big results. Alright, frugal friends, now it's your turn. Share your family's money-saving wins in the comments below. Are you team frugal, or have you caught yourself falling into those cheap habits? Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more family finance tips that actually work. And for even more money-saving inspiration, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Money Talks with Adia. Thank you. Until next time.